So, here we are again. This is the new Lattice brace guitar with an adjustable neck. In the style of Greg Smallman. We're going to have to change that title. It uses the same specifications as, or roughly the same specifications as Greg Smallman. But yeah, the sole purpose is to get something that projects. So after the last sound demo that I did in my local chapel, excuse me, Okay, so here we are again. This is the new Lattice brace guitar with an adjustable neck in the style of Greg Smallman. I might have to change the name of that because it's just too long. But it has got the same kind of reference points to the Greg Smallman guitar, which is a very innovative thing. Yeah. So I would like to just talk about a few things very briefly, if I can. I don't know very much. Okay, so after the last sound demo I did over at my local chapel, I had a chap contact me with a private message, about his concern about the projection of the guitar, because it would be hard to make reference to it when it's in such an environment that allows the guitar to vibrate and have great acoustics. So I says that I would just do a wee sound check here. Now I'm just going to play a few notes, and I have to put my trusted sock on because it's just something that we like. Very important. So the sound on here right now, where I am, is really, it's very dead. Simply because the ceiling, and lots of parts of the ceiling, has got absorbing foam. And you can see here that dark corner. Well, that's all absorbing foam. This used to be a recording studio, and that used to be the vocal booth. So, and the drum kit used to sit here, and this is why the ceiling is all, I can touch the ceiling, that's how low we are. So there's no great reverb on here. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to move this back, bring this piece of foam over here. I have carpet here, but from time to time you get a wee slither of wood that scrapes the guitar, and you don't want to be having to repolish and stuff like that, So the sound of the guitar, the projection of the guitar is very precise. So this is what it sounds like in a flat area. When we're in tune, which we're not. Okay, so this normal, if you could say an average force of velocity on super soft. More basses. Soft. There's a good resonance on that guitar. Lots of overtones, lots of strings vibrating in sympathy of other strings. So yeah. So there you go, that's the sound of the guitar. I mean, so that's the sound sample. So okay, so back to the main points. The main points is that while playing the guitar, I discovered that I don't really like the height of the frets because I feel them too much when I'm playing the guitar. They just seem to be getting in the way. So I double checked. They're all sitting a bar. This one, this is a little lower, which doesn't really matter that much because I mean, as far as high notes is concerned, this is a high C. I mean, and there's only one piece of music on this planet that I know of that uses that particular note, and that is a piece by Agustín Barrios. Una Limosna. Oh no, it's not Una Limosna. It's the La Floresta. So it's a song or a dance or something. You get lost in the forest. So yeah. That being said, let's go back. So this is the lowest. This is. It doesn't really matter what it is actually. But these are all 1.1 millimeter in height. It's super flat. There's no buzzers on the guitar. So I'm going to take these down to 1 millimeter. And let's see what the playability is like. I just didn't like that feel in my hand at all. So on to the reason. This is the main reason why I am posting this particular video, and that is because the sound that you just heard there now is a beautiful sound, but I don't hear what you hear. Yeah, I am what they call is or where I am. It's in the shadow. I am in the shadow of the sound that you hear. So for that reason, basically what that means is that all this nice beautiful sound you hear, and I can hear a bit now because my head's a wee bit more projected to the front of the guitar, because the sound is very precise to the front of this guitar. And the reason why is that these back and sides are laminated, so they're quite thick, and that is to reduce the movement of energy and direct it to the soundboard rather than have it directed to the back and the sides of the guitar and even up the neck of the guitar. So, and that's what that does. But I mean, you kind of have to get the balance right on that, because when I play, the sound that I hear is just that fraction lower than what you hear. I hear on the trebles a very high frequency from here, but a softer sound volume. So what I propose to do is check this out. I've already made a template for it, so I will be doing that today. So I've decided to, look at that, I've decided to put a second sound portal on this guitar, yeah, And that basically, that's not for you. You get all the front. That's for me, or that's for the player, yeah? Because with this, once that's made, the way that the guitarist sits, yeah, we're direct, oh, sorry, I'm way out of focus here. That's where our ears are. Our ears are not out here, as you can tell. So I am going to put a drill in that today. I'm going to drill a hole through it, and I have a special wee saw there that I'm going to cut out that nice wee design, and hopefully make it all nice and pretty and smooth and nice looking to the eyes. So aesthetics is very important. So, but on that point, I mean, you couldn't do that. You couldn't cut that hole out on a standard made guitar with just one piece of wood on the sides, simply because you would endanger the structure of the guitar. However, I'm very confident with this, simply because I know that it's laminated. Yeah, 2 points first. Sorry, I've got a wee. It's a piece of. It's coconut. I had some coconut this morning. I'm very confident because of the lamination that I did with this guitar. 2 things. That would be the lamination is nice and strong. Yeah, I know that it's good and strong. But the other thing is really important is that the actual sides, the shape of the sides of the guitar themselves, they were eventually made. They were eventually made on this bad boy here, side bending iron. Yeah. I first made them on. I have a jig there that I built, and it's a side bending machine. I got a silicone heat blanket and some steel, and bent them the way everybody else bends them. But there just seemed there was too much spring back on the actual sides. Yeah, when you bend from the waist. You bend from the waist here. If I had to set the sides that I make or I made on the side bending jig, if I was to set them down here, yeah, they would likely be nice here, but here they would be like that. So there's a spring on them, yeah. So you have to push them down. So there's a tiny little. It's not a great deal, but there's still tiny force. There's still some force. So with the iron, the side bending iron, you can actually really be very, very accurate with this. If I put another piece down that I done on the side bending, this would it'd be like a glove. There's no spring back at all. You can get a very precise shape, and that's what I like about that. So that, for me, that means that there's no excess stress going on the glue. And this, so it means that this area here is pretty strong. I know the inside of the guitar, it's pretty strong. I mean, I may end up putting some kind of reinforcement inside, but I may not. But anyways, the whole point is for the player to hear exactly what you hear. So when the player strikes the string and has articulation and sensitivity, then he'll get, or she'll get that instantly, yeah, because of that sound portal. But he won't get that, or she won't get that, if there's no sound portal there, yeah, and that's a guarantee. I played this guitar for quite some time, And I do know that that sound there is not the sound that I hear when I'm sitting behind the guitar. So this is what it's going to do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this actually. Because I do know from the front of the guitar, I had a couple of players playing it. The front of the guitar, it's just really, it's a beautiful sound. So that's what I'm going to do. I will take the neck off, take strings off first, take the neck off, and get to work on it. So, what do you think about that? Eh? How mad? So yeah, and this, yeah, wee Allen key for the adjustable neck, very important. So yeah, I mean, any questions, any comments, positive, negative, doesn't, whatever. Like, share, subscribe, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. I'm getting, yeah, this is, it's not this is not me. But anyways, I would appreciate any kind of feedback or any questions that you want answered. And do stay posted, because I will be obviously doing a follow-up to this job. In the meantime, keep her lit, as they say. Be babu. So, in the meantime, here is a little compilation of my good self playing the guitar before the onset of this nasty disease on the fingers, this dystonia. So just, yeah, I mean, it's what I used to do. Yeah. So, keep her lit.